just had a little tidbit of inspiration for you today. So here's the thing. We have got to start living our lives according to what makes us happy. Like, we got to start doing that. And it's unfortunate because a lot of us don't even know what makes us happy. We've been living our lives for other people for so long, and we're so used to pleasing other people and doing what they want us to do with our lives. We don't even know what we want. But I feel like if everybody does what makes them happy, we would have a much more peaceful society, a much more peaceful environment for us to thrive in. And you say, well, if I do what makes me happy and he does what makes him happy, how is that going to work? Because what he's doing that's making him happy is making me unhappy. And how's that going to work? Well, let's think about that. First of all, first and foremost, the underlying issue there is we've got to stop looking outside of ourselves for our happiness. Remember that happiness is your own responsibility. Your happiness is your responsibility, right? So we've got to stop looking outside of ourselves for happiness. Secondly, everything works in divine timing. Everything works in a divine order. You understand? And there's a reason for everything. There is a reason why that thing that makes you unhappy is making him happy. And let's think about what unhappiness brings. Hurt, pain, and all of that. If somebody hurts you, or if you go through something and it really hurts you, what happens? You learn a lesson. Since hurt brings about growth. Hurt brings growth. So even though, oh, that person did this to me, but to that person, whatever they did to you, it might have been justified. It might have been, something that they felt like they needed to do in order to survive. You know what I mean? And they're not really concerned about, how it makes you feel. Which, if something feels right to you, if something is, if something feels right in your spirit, you should act on that, regardless of what it makes anybody else feel like. And that's how you move closer to living how your soul desires. Somewhere you can start is numerology. You can look up your numbers, and I'll bet my last dollar that you will be pleasantly surprised at how accurate numerology is. Your life path number, your soul desire number, your personality number, all these numbers will help you understand yourself. Because a lot of us don't know what our soul desires, and we can't live according to what our soul desires if we don't know what it is that our soul desires. We've gotten so far away from our soul's desires and moving closer to everybody else's desires, society's desires, our parents' desires, what they want for our life, our significant other, what do they want us to do with our life and our day-to-day basis. If you look up your numbers and you look up those two numbers, what they mean, and you start moving your life, orchestrating your life around life path number, soul urge number, you'll be a lot happier because you'll be in alignment with what your soul desires. A lot of us are going through depression, anxiety, stress, worry. All of that stuff is coming from not living in alignment with what your soul desires and what you came here to do. You know what I mean? So when you start doing things because other people say that this is what you should do, you know, because that's what they did, understand we're all on different paths. We are all here to learn different lessons, and we can't learn the lessons that we came here to learn having the experiences that the next man had. Right? So we need to have our own experiences, and our experiences, you know, we're guided to our experiences with our emotions and with intuitive guidance. So when you have an intuitive thought or a feeling or some type of guidance, you need to move towards that, even if it goes totally against what your mama said you should be doing. Period. You know, your mom has her own lessons to learn, you know, and your mom is in your life to teach you lessons. You know what I mean? So it's not meant for us to, you know, do exactly what our parents say when our parents say it. You know, that's not meant for us to do, because we have our own lives. And we have our own paths, and we have our own experiences and lessons that our soul needs to learn to evolve to the next level, period. You know what I mean? And sometimes you live your life according to somebody else, and then you don't fulfill the purpose, fulfill the reason why you came here. Yeah, it's gonna be right back. Yeah, it's gonna be right back, so you can do it again. You know what I mean? So let's get it right. You know what I'm saying? And just start listening to our intuition and start living according to our intuition. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's scary at first, of course it's going to be scary at first, because it's comfort in doing what everybody else is doing. You think it, you know what I'm saying? You just feel like, oh, okay, everybody else is doing this, I'm good. You know what I mean? But if you're watching this and you're on a spiritual path, you know, you have a responsibility, you know, to go against the grain. Okay? The path to enlightenment is not straight. And one thing about it, two things for sure, it ain't crowded either. You know what I mean? So you might be the only one in, you know, your immediate area, you know, that thinks the way you think. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you think the way you think for a reason. And there's a divine purpose for you thinking that way. So embrace it and be bold. Speak your truth. Raise your voice and speak your truth, and be bold and live the life that your soul came here to live. And then you'll be fine. Everything will work out. So anyway, I just wanted to, you know, rant that little piece of encouragement off. You guys enjoy your day, and I'll see you next time.